Hello again, it's been a while. We're still in Lebanon today and we're having some Lebanese wine, Chateau Ksara 2012. This is really a Bordeaux blend, Cabernet Sauvignon primarily, Merlot 30% and 10% of Petit Verdot. I know we've had a 2002 Chateau Ksara together and this is 2012. Not necessarily a huge difference, but it's maybe to show the consistency of this. And there's some other things I'd like to talk about, which we'll get to. Anyway, this is the end of the bottle. So I've been enjoying it for a bit here, for a few days. It's been consistent, it's been good. It's got everything you wanted in a nice Bordeaux blend. On the nose, you got a little bit of that red fruit acidity, I would call it. So not super sweet, more of a red fruit acidity and a red fruit sort of fullness, if you want. The color is very red, although now we're really at the bottom of the bottle. It's starting to look a little bit more orange with all the sediment in it. And it's not very alcoholic at all. It's about 13%. 2012 was a very good year in Lebanon. Actually, 11, 12, 13, 14, which are the ones that are in the market now, are all pretty good. So you can't really go wrong. And there's a little bit of that blackberry in it, which is kind of very Lebanese, I think. Lebanon was always a big place for blackberry fruit. It used to even be a place, actually, a big silkworm place, and they eat blackberries. So maybe all that planting of silk, of that manufacturing of silk, and all the planting of blackberries over the centuries did have an impact on the terroir. I don't know if that's how it works, but anyway, I seem to find that in Lebanese wines, especially not the Muzar, but some of the others. It's really very nice overall. I mean, it's not very strong. It doesn't have like a super finish. It's not a big attack, but it's very pleasant. It's very balanced, very harmonious. It's got sort of everything you would want in a nice little wine that you can enjoy, that you can even drink with friends without any second thoughts. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that because this is a bottle that right now we're talking under $10. So to get that kind of quality, granted it's because of all the financial problems and the devaluation, but to get that kind of quality at that kind of price point is really amazing. And the reason I decided to do this video, even though it's a bit of a repetition on the Ksara, is because, frankly, as a reaction to one of our previous videos on the Rhône with the Hermitage and the Chateau by Genasse, I've got some echoes back saying, oh, I've had fancier wines at that. And that's basically people who entirely miss the point. These videos are not about showing off with fancy labels and fancy prices. These videos are about really enjoying wine for what it is and trying to discover wines that reflect a good work ethic, good quality, good balance at whatever price that is. I mean, we've had wines high three digits. We have wines like we have here, $10 or less, and you can enjoy both without looking at the price. I think, again, we believe that we really like looking for something that we can enjoy, and part of enjoying something for us is finding out how somebody could make really good quality wine year in, year out without having to charge a lot for it, currency or not. And this is one of the things we like to discover as wine geeks, if you want, to see how that is done, and what is the if you want, the incremental enjoyment you get from paying 5, 6, 7, 10 times the price. Is it all about the history? Is it all about the label? Is it about showing off? I mean, here you've got pedigree, you've got history. We're talking over 150 years. We talked about how it was, originally started with the Romans. We're talking about how the Jesuits, owned it, and how the cellars were dug into the mountains. So you've got all the history, all the pedigree, all the sort of pizzazz that you can have, and you have a really good everyday wine. You can put it in the fridge, you can drink it in the summer, you can drink it in the winter, and for a very, 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 very reasonable price. So I felt that we wanted to encourage people to look at that combination of what can you get for what kind of price point, and how does that factor into your decision to buy and drink wine. And this is really, I'm talking about wine drinkers, because collectors, of course, have different objectives sometimes. They want to find the one unique bottle, or they really want to dig out the winemaker who was making it at that time and all that kind of stuff, and I can understand that. But if you're buying wine to drink it, there's more to it than just the label and the price. You have some really bad wines at $10, of course, and so we really that's the fun of it. Anyway, well, I certainly enjoyed this. I hope you all do too, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.